First, we set out the 5 decks, leaving room for a discard pile for each deck. The decks are blue, yellow, green, purple, and red. We will be drawing our cards from these decks. We have a 2-sided quick instruction card, quick description card for reference. There is also a rainbow deck which we'll use in a minute. A player's turn consists of 3 phases. Draw a card, play a card, discard a card. A player can do all or none of these things during their turn. Now to the play. First we use the rainbow deck to randomly choose an orientation card. We will use this card for the rest of the game. Next, we deal 4 cards to each player from the blue deck. These cards will be a mix of role cards and toy cards. The symbols in the corner of the card and the text show which kind of card it is. The first card to be played must be a role card to go with the orientation card. This will be your role for the rest of this game and cannot be changed, so choose wisely. You might choose to be a top, a bottom, or someone who switches. After choosing orientation cards and playing your personal role card, you can then draw from either the blue deck to play partner role cards and toy cards, or the yellow deck to start building your dungeon. You must choose 3 partners and a toy for each partner. These are called your sets. It takes a successful play against each set to win the game. Be sure the toys you choose are a good match for your partner. There are 4 different dungeon types. Once you've played a dungeon card, you must use the same type of dungeon for the rest of your dungeon build. A fully built dungeon is 9 cards. There are 5 required types of dungeon cards, and the rest can be anything as long as it matches your style. You can draw from the discard piles as long as it's not a special action card. Special action cards cannot be drawn from discard piles. Each deck has a number of special action cards. Most special action cards can be held in your hand to use later. Simply follow the instruction on the card to see what happens when you play it. Once you have a partner and a toy in any set, you can draw from the green deck. The green deck holds the consent cards which are needed before you can play with a partner. There are 3 types of consent needed for each player set. When you have all 3 consents, you can nominate a set to play with. Take a card from the purple deck, but watch out. If you get an oh no, you will have to draw a card from the red deck. You might draw a minor injury card that has a minor or no penalty. Follow the instructions on the card. Before you draw a play card, be sure to tell the other players which partner you are planning to play with. If you draw a play card, see if it works with your set. In this case, a latex vacuum tower really doesn't work with a Wartenberg wheel full of spikes. Sometimes it's not immediately obvious that you can play the way the card says, but if you think you can make it work, go for it. However, you might be challenged at the end of the game if the other players disagree. Remember, always tell everyone what partner you're playing with before drawing a play card. And there's another Oh No card. Back to the red deck. This time it's a major injury card, which means that you lose the entire partner set. Don't be worried though, it's often easier to build a new set later in the game, as you can also draw from the discard pile, giving you a chance to quickly get your cards back. Also, be sure you have your dungeon in order before each play. 3 required cards for the first play, 3 more cards for the second play, and all 9 cards, required and extras for the last play. And that's it, 3 successful plays and the game is yours!